Alright, what's up, guys? I'm having a conundrum. I'm having a huge issue, and I am leaving it to the giant brain of the internet and YouTube to decide for me. Um, as you're all aware, I have been building basically the electronics for my hiking, camping, survival pack. I finally ordered the batteries last week, and they came in today. Um, I ordered 32 Samsung 26Fs. These are 18650s. These are rewrapped from another manufacturer or from another supplier, but these are legitimate Samsung 26F 18650s. 2600 milliamp hour, 5.2 amps continuous. Great for electronics, not for e-cigs. They don't have the current capacity, but still fantastic batteries considering I got them for about $1.30 a piece. I've got 4 here that I've set aside for a new flashlight that is coming. I have no idea when that's going to get here. It's coming from China on a container ship. But I have all of these. They all came at damn near 3.8 volts on every single battery within 0.05 volts, within 5/100ths of a volt. I have not charged any of these yet. Excuse me. I intend to leave them at that voltage until I determine what I'm going to do with them. I'm going to build a battery pack out of these. That is definite. Absolutely no questions asked. There's 28 cells here that I'm going to build a battery pack out of. There's a lot of power right there, a lot of capacity. So here's the question that I'm posing to you. Here's the conundrum that I have. I have 28 of these, okay? So there are a great many options that I have in the configuration of these cells. Now keep in mind that these battery packs have to be chargeable off of any power source that I can get through the electronics that I have for my pack, which I have a huge pile of cardboard up here. I have obviously my 18650 battery charger, but these are going to be completely connected solid, so not going to be able to put them in individually to charge them, plus it would take forever. So I have this. This is the board that I've chosen to use for my boost converter and my automatic buck boost converter. This can take anywhere from 2.8 volts input, this one can, all the way up to 28 volts output. I think it'll take almost 28 volts input as well. Very wide range input, very wide range output. So I would not be able to balance them off of this, but I can still charge them off of this. That's a big deal. A lot of people don't seem to realize. Balancing multi-series lithium batteries is necessary, but you do not absolutely have to every single time. I know that makes... if you have access to a balance charger, definitely, no questions asked, always balance charge it. But you can get away with every once in a while directly charging them. Now, any quality charger is not going to allow you to charge it without the balance leads connected, and is going to go through the balancing process. It's not safe to do it without balancing them. But when your charger, what your charger does is it charges through your main leads, and then it discharges through the balance leads, and then it just repeats the process to voltage. They don't all do that exactly the same way. Some of them charge directly through the balance leads, which I kind of prefer. But either way, if I'm wrong, correct me. If not, oh well. So here's the conundrum. I have a ton of these, well, they're all under the pile of cardboard too. I've got a huge pile of all the packaging that these batteries came in, if you can't tell. Just to clarify, I always balance charge my LiPos and my multi-series lithium batteries. Always. So what I have, if I can keep from dropping the damn thing, is 9 of these boost converters. These can take 0.9 all the way up to 4.5 or 4.8 volts input, boost it to 5 volts at 600 milliamps. So low current, but I have 9 of them. So I can stack these things up. I could do a 5-port USB off of this 1.2 amp easily. Well, it'd have to be 4-port because I only have 9. I've used one of them already. So there's my USB supply. I also have my 75 to 100 watt boost converter. At 4.2 volts input, it's only going to give me 75 watts output, which is still meh. It's enough to do whatever I need to do with the electronics I have. You've already seen me use this boost converter to run the LiPo balance charger to charge other batteries with batteries. So we know it's functional, we know it's usable. My question is, this is going to be the primary battery pack. So my initial plan was to basically split these cells down the middle and use 7 and 7 parallel, 2 series, 2 sets of those. Almost 150 watt hours per pack, almost 300 total. That is still, in my mind, seems like the best idea. The issue with that is I have to have some form of nickel metal hydride battery pack as an intermediate battery between the buck boost converter and the boost converter to run the LiPo charger. I can't run these two directly. This can't source enough current to power this, at least not with any effectiveness on the LiPo charger. I can get enough to turn it on, but it kicks the current overload on the buck boost converter when I try to charge anything above like a 1/4 amp, which is basically useless. So, do I do two series large battery packs, or do I just make one giant parallel battery pack? Then I could set this exactly to 4.2 volts, and whatever voltage I give it, I can always have these charged up to full voltage. This is only a 2 amp max, and spread out across 28 cells, that's nothing. So it's going to take a long time, but it's still doable, it's still feasible, it's still viable. So there's my question for you guys. What is the better option? Do I build the 2 series 7 parallel battery packs, which I have already tried and tested with these 18650s, and use a small nickel metal hydride intermediate battery between the boost and the buck, or the buck and boost converters, or do I make a straight parallel 4.2 volt battery pack and then utilize the boost converter more heavily? I will still be able to run the LiPo charger from the boost converter with whatever voltage I give it. It can run down to 3.5 volts input. I'm straining to decide how I want to do this. Either way, I'm building 2 packs. I'm not going to have one giant pack of these. I would like to be able to separate it and put one in my wife's pack if need be, or just not carry so much, because realistically, even this pack, which is only 50 watt hours, lasts me the week. Lasts me a week at a time. So that's where I'm leaving it up to you guys. I absolutely intend on doing a multi-part video of building the battery packs out of these, but I have yet to decide how I want to build the battery packs. 3S is feasible, but with 28 cells, I'm going to be losing more cells out of the pack, and I really want to keep as much in here as I can. It really bothered me to take these 4 out, but I'm going to have them for the flashlight, so it is what it is. So what do you guys think? What is the better option? What do you guys think would be the easier thing to do? Because I'm trying to keep the weight down as much as possible. This needs to be as portable a system as it can be, and my large nickel metal hydride battery pack currently is too large. It's only 100 watt hours. It weighs 3 times what this does, and it's twice this size. It's the only advantage is that I don't have to balance it to charge it. I can definitely make a lower voltage version of it with less cells. That is a decent idea. That's not out of the question. But it bothers me to have to do that. So you guys tell me what you guys think is going to be the best option. Is it better to have an intermediate pack between these two, or is it better to use this in a straight parallel configuration? Obviously in series I have more options with these. It's less strain on the boost converter, but I have to balance charge them. I won't be using them in series without balance charging them, even in a survival situation or a camping situation. That's the whole purpose of the LiPo charger that I bought. That's why it has a 12 volt input. That's why I've designed all the electronics to run it, is so that I can take it with me wherever I go and use it whenever I need it. I was pretty well dead set on the 7 parallel 2 series configuration until I got the batteries. It's funny how that changes. I really don't know how I want to do it. It's stressful, you guys. It's stressful having that many batteries and everything ready to put it together, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. So please, even if you have no idea, spitball something. If you've got a random off-the-wall idea, I do not want to go above a 2S, simply because that's about as high as I can go. I can get a dedicated 2S balance board that can do 1 amp per cell, that runs off a 9 volt input. That is an option. And if I go with the 2 series configuration, that's definitely how I'm going to do it. And that'll probably be hardwired into the circuit board with a master switch to turn that off. It'll be just tied directly into each cell so that I can charge them like that without having to have any extra electronics. I can just plug 9 volts directly into them. So let me know what you guys think. As soon as we figure it out, I am going to start building those batteries. So please let me know. Vape on, guys.